Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, I got it. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, I got it.
Welcome back to the 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies, the #1 Dragon Ball Super podcast on YouTube, with 3 friends and something about quantizing and fluctuating time periods and release dates and... Am I missing anything?
No, I think that was just specific enough to make it very true. Good call, Ken.
I'm Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandman.
I'm Fong.
And we are back for another episode in the same month, which is rare for us.
Well, you know, it is a new year. New us.
No, but... Well,
New
okay.
news.
It was technically new us, new uses back in the last episode too, so...
No, but like, we have this now new trend for the first month.
So it makes
sense.
So you're saying that we're slightly more blue than we were in the last episode?
Correct. That's it. You're correct. I don't know.
I thought Fong was going to add more to that or something. I don't know.
No, I'm good.
All right.
He's a man of few words.
Well, yes, welcome back, folks. We are back for another time this month because we have a lot of stuff to cover, actually. Some breaking news. Well, I guess it's not breaking news anymore because it's been out for a couple
It's
days.
pretty important, I think.
It's pretty important for both the future of this podcast and the future of the fandom in general, so we'll be talking about that in a minute. And plus, we have 3 episodes to cover today, episodes 123 through 125, so we have a pretty meaty show for you guys today.
Yeah, we usually cover 4, I think we make it up with the
That's right.
major news.
Yeah.
We got our own game review and major news.
Yeah, let's do the major news first because it's pretty major. Fong, do you want to frame it for us?
And cry after.
The show, you may know it, you may have heard of it, it's called Dragon Ball Super. It's ending at the end of March. Hooray!
Ha-lee-la-ha. Oh, wrong one.
Yes, it's
man.
ending on episode 131.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean anything?
Well, Jesse,
Means there's 2 breaks from now. There's 2 breaks from within the whatever I was saying.
the time period?
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Like
there's
2 weeks
2
off
breaks.
at
Yeah,
some point?
one is the Olympics,
Oh,
Winter Olympics.
interesting.
I don't remember what the other one is. It's like some dog show or something like that.
That
Huh.
makes sense.
I didn't know that warrants skipping a week.
Yeah, but the show is ending. It's weird because they didn't say it's not canceled. It hasn't run its ground, etc. Just it's not they say it's just not airing anymore.
Yep.
Which is
Not a hiatus, which is what people were saying at the time.
yeah. Which is
A show called Dragon Ball Super is not coming back.
So we know nothing aside from it's just not anymore.
well, it's just really the timing's really weird because we are in the final moments of this last arc. We know that it's not going to be much longer before this is all wrapped up, and literally this arc will now end with either Universe 7 being destroyed or not being destroyed. And part of me just thinks, do they have the balls to have Goku and Vegeta lose, Jiren wins, and Universe 7 just wiped out?
Absolutely not.
You don't
No fucking way.
You don't think so?
There's
Hell
no
no.
way the anime could end like that. Even if they have a movie that then comes out, which was announced, and it would be like the aftermath and then the rebirth of the entire universe and whatever. I feel like you still can't do that. That's weird.
But then,
I don't know.
But then, how do you end this show then on a satisfying note?
Goku wins clean. The end.
Well, the cleanest thing would be they somehow find a way to win. They win. They celebrate for 5 seconds. Vegeta gets his wish, or they collectively agree to get the pairing universe. And then they kind of do a Dragon Ball Z treatment where Oob was featured slightly on the final episode or something, where they feature then Vegeta going there or some mini little compilation, and then it ends.
You see, I want to agree with you there but at the same time, they've set up so much potential stuff for the future in terms of
As it is, they set up Oob again. I swear to God.
well, they might set up Oob again. They may show
Well, they already did.
No,
they
they've been
talked about
talking
it
about
earlier.
him. They've talked about it at least twice in the show.
in the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When did they mention Oob? Because he's not around yet. That's impossible.
No, they mentioned it. It was
No.
before-
If you remember back in Dragon Ball Z, like we see Oob in Dragon Ball Z, but the end of Dragon Ball Z takes place after Super.
The kid's still alive. Okay, he's
Right.
made.
No, but they
Goku's made
mentioned
aware
him
of
in
it.
Super.
Yeah.
When did
They told him. They told him there's a new
Twice.
powerful fighter, whatever, and
Yeah.
something.
Dende, when he's up at
Yeah.
the lookout, he's like,
Okay, but we've never seen him or like.
No, but he was literally
No, like-
directly mentioned.
yeah, explicit.
So it's like twice they've teased about Oob, and it's killing me.
Dragon
They
Ball-
never
okay,
get around
wait.
to really doing an arc on him. I
Yeah,
swear.
here it is. At the lookout, Dende tells Goku that Oob, at this point still unnamed, lives in a village, and although he's very young, he's a brilliant martial artist. Okay.
And we had the tease from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's killing me. If they really cut it off again with no arc on him, like,
Well, they have to at this point. They're not gonna have. It's not gonna end next episode and then get into 3 episodes of Oob or whatever.
well, no, but I mean, like,
Well, okay, so I think this
if
is.
they announce, like, hey, we're actually coming back for winter 2018, like, that could be a thing. But
Could be.
Here's the thing. This is the debate. Do you think the show is actually over? Because from the way it looks like to me is they are taking the entire animation team off the show to work on the movie. Which in the past, Josh, you would know this, with One Piece, every time a One Piece movie comes out, they split the animation team in half. That's why you get more filler and like worse looking episodes before the movie comes out. The movie comes out, the movie has the best animation you'll ever see from One Piece ever, and the show goes back to normal for a while until they start doing another movie. Instead of hurting Dragon Ball Super with cutting the animation team or doing something with that, I think it makes sense to take the entire team off, do a movie, and then come back with the next Dragon Ball Super. It's kind of like in a Sword Art Online, where the entire first season of Sword Art Online is its own thing, and then Sword Art Online 2 is the second season, but it's treated as a completely different show.
you think they'd do rebranding like that for Dragon Ball?
Maybe they call it Ultra Dragon Ball Super or something like that, like, or Dragon Ball Super, like, Universe 6, all the episodes take place in Universe 6 from now on. So, like, we see, like, Planet Vegeta or whatever it is.
I mean, I can see that. But then it's also killing me how it's like, then what? We have to wait like a year.
Probably longer, honestly.
Like the earliest.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a year, the earliest.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
But
I mean, to be fair, we've dealt with that now with a lot of animes recently, I feel like. But like, it's not fun.
it just, the timing again feels so weird. The fact that they were, like, banking high on FighterZ just coming out, or Fighters, that it's actually pronounced. Fighters is selling crazy here in America. Like, it's very hard to find now in stores in America. It's selling so well. It's doing great everywhere. And now they drop the news. Oh yeah, the show's ending. And they're not even like being like coy about it at all either, which is worrisome.
It's with good reason.
You think it's
Sure,
good
they-
reason?
Though they haven't said it officially.
No, they have.
Oh,
They've come out and said it. Toei's whatever, Twitter, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Because the thing that's happening is, in place of Super is another show that they have announced for that time slot.
what is it?
Gay, 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 no Kataro.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
dumb.
Yeah, it's an older show actually. Comes back like every 10 years or so,
Huh.
and it traditionally had this time slot, so it's just coming back,
Huh.
coming back home.
Do you think this is in response to losing Bulma's voice actress?
No.
Too?
No way.
Not solely just that, but like it could have influenced the decision where, okay, let's take a break now so we can figure out how we want how to deal with that.
I mean, that's a good point.
That's a problem you have to address, but I think it's more that the show has always had problems production wise. They've never been able to catch up, and now they will be able to do so with a break.
Do you think they would come back with like 50 episodes in the bank and then start cranking them out?
No, that's crazy because they have a movie. So the problem last time, the reason this show is all fucked up, is because there was a movie, and then immediately they went into a show. Now they're making another movie, and ideally with a show they have enough pre-production time that it doesn't come out all completely fucked up again.
Well, what if this ends with like just the way it ends in the universe survival arc, and they just end off on a note? Then the movie comes out, and instead of like retelling the movie and a continuation of the show, the movie's just the bridge to this new series.
It could be.
Mm-hmm. Still a while. Ah,
No, it's going to be a very long time. A year at least, and a year would be a year after March when it actually does end. It could be like July of next year. Even later than that.
Yeah, I just hope that when when Super does end, they give us hope for the future. If it ends with Goku going back to the farm and like doing turnips again, I'm gonna like kill someone.
They're radishes.
Oh, whatever it was. You know what, Chi-Chi, it's fine. I'm gonna stay here and farm my radishes. I already beat everyone in the universe, including Jiren.
oh man. I just realized how ironic it is that it's radishes when it's Raditz, his brother.
No, yeah, exactly. That's why I've always
Ah,
good call, people.
That's great.
well,
Well, I'm glad we're gonna get. I'm assuming some sort of definitive ending for the show, rather than it just go on for years on end forever.
I
It's
mean,
nice to have ends every so often.
no. I'm too used to One Piece. I just want
I
the
know.
episodes every week. That's it.
Well, that's the thing. Dragon Ball Super, comparing it to like One Piece, it's a lot more simple. Where we want like the next fight, the next fight, the next fight. We want all the fights to be good.
Yep.
Like there's not like an overarching like who is Goku's father and like why does Super Saiyan only affect Goku? Like,
Well, though they brought up bigger things like that in this iteration of Dragon Ball, because with Super now it's this whole universe theory, and I mean you could still go more into
oh no
half
no
these
no
characters.
no, I'm saying that there's definitely more they could do, but like I'm not asking anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm not wondering why is Jiren so powerful. He's just powerful to me. Why,
Right,
like,
that's true. We look at it more simplistic just because it's fighting. Fighting, you don't question backstory as much, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, it's not like oh they're like oh where the Dragon Balls come from. They're just there. They're the Dragon Balls. They've always been there. Like I don't
We know that
fair.
anyway.
Oh yeah, we do. But what was it like carved from like the fingernails of like something?
No.
Aren't the Super Dragon Balls taken from like?
The super ones. Was it some dragon god created it? They have yet to show this person.
And he's gonna be in the movie.
Maybe.
God versus Dragon God. Dragon God Z Battle of the Dragon Ball Gods.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
Sounds worth my money.
we're just sad, but we will, I guess, always provide updates as we find them out. Since
Yeah.
whatever.
So since the show is ending, in terms of the podcast, we will be finishing up the show to the very end. We will have a big like finale for the final episode and whatnot.
Yeah, there's 6 more episodes.
Yep.
As of now,
So
so
probably-
I think that's good enough for 1 or 2 episodes at least. Probably.
Yeah, probably 2 more episodes from us. I plan on coming back because we did the commentary for Battle of the Gods way back when. I would like to do a commentary for Resurrection F closer to when the new movie comes out. So
Okay.
that'll be in the far future. And if we get any kind of like, I can't imagine what the news would be, but like if we get some amazing news that like new series announced, we'll come back. But until then, that's going to be the end of us, I think.
I mean, we go as the anime goes, right? So,
Well, we took a 2-year break and then came back to go with the anime.
well,
I got an idea. Let's
fine.
watch Dragon Ball GT.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
yes.
You know that podcast where they watch Grown Ups 2 every week for a year? It'll be like that. It'll be like that.
Wait, what is that? I've never heard that.
Oh, you never heard of it?
No.
I think they go crazy by the end.
That's so stupid. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Just like watching Dragon Ball GT.
Dude, I'm mad because I liked GT when I was young and it first started. I thought it was a cool idea. But looking back though, it's absolute garbage.
I didn't like it at the
Hey.
time. And I'd swallow the worst shit imaginable.
I just really wish that Goku had stopped being a child after the first arc. Like if that was just like a 1 arc thing and he came back to full size, I'd be happy.
I think that's a horrific idea. Regardless, like, of
Making-
any time frame.
Making him young.
Yeah, why? Who wants that?
Because, Dragon Ball did so well, and we don't want old Goku walking around.
Kid Goku.
What
They,
a
sh- they,
regression.
they honestly should have just made him his Dragon Ball Z, like, the Saiyan Saga age, not like a child Goku. He couldn't even go Super Saiyan.
He could, he just chose not to for no good fucking reason.
Are you serious?
But then all of a sudden he became Monkey Man Super Saiyan 4.
Awful.
It was beautiful.
Awful.
10 times Kamehameha that's red?
Well, that's what we kind of got now.
No.
It's kind of like his Kaioken cannon.
It's mainly blue.
Well, now it is. That's the next show. Goku enters in the GT universe and destroys it. He fights.
They already hampered that. I wish one of the universes was just like GT Land and it happens to get destroyed accidentally.
Wow.
They've already showed what the other universes are, so you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, they did. They introduce alternate timelines with the Goku Black Saga not this year.
The time rings or whatever.
Yeah. So they could easily go to a GT timeline.
Something went horribly wrong, and the rating sunk.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I think we've said all we can say about the show ending. I think we're not happy about it, but we're like optimistic. I think is that about right?
Well,
It's good for the series, but I'm not happy
yeah,
because you're taking this thing away from me. Fuck you.
exactly.
To me, it's gonna be the ending. If they fuck up the ending, I'm gonna be upset.
Because that's the last thing you'll have for
if he's farming.
Like,
Like even like when like Dragon Ball Z was airing, whenever like an arc ended or like they took a break for a while, it was always like Goku like, I'm not coming back for now. I'm training with King Kai or I'm doing something cool. I'll be back one day. Like they always made it so hopeful. Like I'll be back. This is just like gonna farm for Chi-Chi.
it's a lot of training, man.
Unless he just like needs to, unless like it ends like Whis like, okay, both of you have now broken down your barriers. Let's go train you to be gods, and like he has to like take them away to like a separate dimension to train as gods. Like that's the only thing I think I would like for that.
Oh, you know what would be the worst ending?
What?
If they fucking were like, either the Dragon Ball Wish or Whis rewinds time is like, oh, we never met you guys, so forget about us. And then
Oh God.
the end of Z proceeds as normal.
The final episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
When then you see like Beerus and Whis sitting in like the stands watching Oob and Goku fight. Like, should we tell him? He'll never know.
Yeah.
Which would be cool for nostalgia factor, but then like
It's a big middle finger to everyone.
Yeah.
Else.
It's like, this show was a waste of time.
It's like remember GT? Yeah, that one actually happened. This one we took back.
Yeah.
Okay.
they remake GT. Oh, baby. Literally, baby.
Exactly. Like,
Oh,
did
no.
you do that on purpose?
No, as
That
I
was
said it, I'm
great.
like, wait. I'm like, wait.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first big piece of news. The second one is Dragon Ball FighterZ is finally out in America, and I think everywhere. It was a worldwide release, I think.
No.
Japan's getting it a week later.
Are you serious?
Almost makes no sense, but yeah.
No, it's because Monster Hunter came out that same day, and they don't want to fuck with Monster
That's
Hunter.
right. Okay,
over
yeah.
there.
It came out worldwide on the 26th, but in Japan, February 1st. Everywhere else got it, though.
Yeah.
That's surprising. Okay. I got to play the beta. I did not pick up the full game yet because I played the beta and I love the art style, I love the interaction, I love the hub screen, I love everything about the game itself. I was just really, really bad at it.
Mhm.
And like Fong, you were there the night that I was streaming the beta, like trying to like help me along. I was struggling with like even those like basic commands. And I've played fighting games before. I know like quarter circle and stuff like that, but I couldn't for some reason get it in
Well,
fighters.
this one actually doesn't have those circle rotations.
It doesn't, but it has how would I describe it? It's like
It has quarter circles.
yeah,
It
It doesn't
Oh.
have
does.
anything. It doesn't have anything beyond that, though.
Got
It doesn't
it.
have dragon punches or anything like that.
Yeah, but it was really involved. Where I think I was going into the mindset where it was going to be a little more Street Fighter-y, but it's a
Oh,
lot.
it's definitely not. Nope.
Oh no, not at all. It's a lot closer to Blaze Blue than I thought.
It's mostly Marvel, like
Well,
Marvel vs. Capcom.
definitely Marvel in the terms of like the 3-team up.
Mhm.
But I think the controls, like I've played Marvel vs. Capcom. This felt nothing like that at all to me. But yeah,
It looks like it just from watching it, but I guess not
you
from
really
playing
need
it.
to like go through. I went through the entire tutorial thing in the beta to try to get a feel
Okay.
for everything. And like some
Yeah.
things I started getting really quickly, like the basics. But like when it was like, okay, now you have to do this attack holding away from someone and then pushing forward at the same time. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Those tutorials kind of suck if you are not that familiar with fighting games because the way they would display things on screen, it always assumes that you're on the left to your opponent.
Yeah, that was an issue I was having a lot.
Okay, the reason that became an issue is because the fucking the computer they put you against kept on switching sides on you for no good reason. And like, I don't understand why they would do that to you because that's very confusing.
Well, that's the thing. They put you
already...
they put you in almost an actual fight with some pre-programmed commands, and it would switch things up. Like you could not achieve what they wanted you to achieve in the tutorial.
Yeah.
But in terms of just the looks of the game, though, it's breathtaking. I kept looking at the models. I still could not tell if they are fully 3D or 2.5D or 2D, like multiple 2D models that keep rotating, like rotoscope. I still can't tell. I'm pretty sure it's just 3D models with that style, but it's absolutely it's 3D. Okay, it's absolutely breathtaking. I saw a great thing too with a Kotaku article where if you turn down the settings in the game all the way to the like very very end,
I saw this.
You get this like Game Boy Advance looking like graphic for the game, and it's actually really cool to look at. It's like it feels super nostalgic and it plays really well.
Huh.
So
that's kind of cool.
Overall, just the presentation is amazing. You get to walk around like a little plaza area as like any character you want. You can change their colors. I think I was
like little chibis.
Yeah, like little chibis. I think I was walking around as a green Beerus for a while.
I got Cop Krillin, and I'm not compelled to change my avatar ever.
That is nice. So Fong, I just talked a lot. Let you can talk now. What do you think of the game so far? You got the full edition, right?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Hi.
You dropped out there for a second.
I heard you got the cut off.
Oh, yeah. You got the full edition of the game, right, Fong?
Yeah, I'm playing it right now, in fact.
Are you really?
Oh, I've been playing it this whole time, actually.
That's why we dropped out.
Oh, no, it's not.
No.
Because I'm labbing it up in training mode.
Nice.
Not online, don't worry.
He's got to give a real good review, so he has to be playing it at the moment.
All right,
to be like,
well, Fong, me and Josh are waiting. What do you think so far?
It's cool. I really like it.
Well, okay, so I got a question. As someone that hasn't purchased it yet, hasn't played any of it yet, what do you think of the fact that the roster is not that big?
I think it's fine because the characters that are in there, I think, are the important ones. Someone broke it down, and it's like, even though like people seem to dislike the fact that Nappa's in there, he's kind of like the Saiyan Saga representative, and then there's the Ginyu Force, be part of Namek and all that stuff, and you know it's pretty diverse across Dragon Ball Z, so I think it's fine. There's no in-game transformations, but that's not necessarily something mechanically that I think translate well into a good fighting game.
But like, let's say like there's no Universe 11.
Oh no, that's because when this game was being made, I don't think those characters were open to like be put in because it was so early. Like the arc started a year ago, and that's probably when this game was probably being finalized, like rosters wise. And the DLCs got leaked, and those characters aren't in there either because those characters are probably done by now also.
Wait, so what are the ones in DLC?
Base Goku, base Vegeta, Saiyan Saga, Cooler Broly, and some other friends. I don't remember the other ones. Bardock. There's 8 of them. I don't know.
It's interesting too, where like you go back to like the Budokai Tenkaichi games. Those games have like every single character known to man.
Yeah.
Like, things that you wouldn't even think of. But comparing this to Budokai, Budokai
you could play as a Cyberman.
I'm aware.
Anyway,
Budokai is a lot more simple mechanically compared to this. Like I could see they could easily like throw skins over in Budokai and make like another 20 other characters. Each character in this game felt so unique and different and so well crafted. Not only are their hitboxes completely different, but like the way they move, like there's a lot of work going into each character here, more so than Budokai ever did. So I think like why aren't there more characters? Well, I think that it takes a lot longer to make a character for this game and make it balance that well, because you can tell they're already going for a extremely competitive, like, not want to say esport, but like they want this to be a very competitive game, where Budokai felt more like hey, it's a simple fighting game for your Dragon Ball Z friends, like play together. Like it didn't seem competitive. I'm sure there were competitive Budokai tournaments, but like this feels like it wants to be competitive, where Budokai felt like it's like a fun kind of party game. The other thing you have to remember is with each match in this game, you're choosing 3 characters. So how many characters are there total in the game right now, Fong?
Like 25, 26 or so.
Okay, so take that and then times it by that itself and times by itself again. The combinations you can get out of this are endless. Well, not endless, but pretty damn high.
Though, of course, like any competitive thing, then people are going to find maybe a meta of like 8 top ones, and then you're only going to see those, but I don't know.
Possibly.
And that happens everywhere.
True.
But they're going to balance this game more and more probably with patches.
I don't think there's any fixing for some characters.
Oh, probably not, but you can tell that there are some things that they will work out. They're not going to leave this game out to dry, pretty much, at this point.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. Fong, have you played the story mode at all?
Yeah.
What do you think of the story mode?
I dislike it.
Really?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think the story parts are neat. There's a lot of character interactions of characters that you don't get to see very often, like Cell talking with Frieza and shit.
Yeah.
They're shit talking all the time. It's very funny.
Did you see the new android?
Yes.
Well,
she's the
we saw her months ago. We actually reported her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you seen what she really...
Is she playable?
Yeah, she is.
yeah. If you go through the whole story mode, she's the last thing you unlock.
Does anyone even play as her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Josh,
She's
have you seen like what her deal is yet?
No, I mean, like, I've only watched some Dragon Ball FighterZ streams here or there, and I just always see the same cast of characters. I mean, I tuned into one just a little while ago that someone was playing as Hit, but aside from that, I keep seeing the Goku and just, I don't know. There's not much diversity there. Maybe an Android 18 every now and again. Like,
I think Goku's...
maybe I haven't watched it enough.
I think Goku's the easiest character to learn because that's what they start you off
Yeah.
with too in the beginning.
I mean, to be fair, the game's been out for, what, 4 days?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, people aren't that advanced yet, so I get that. But, and, like, if she's the last unlockable, maybe these people just went straight to online because streaming that gets a lot of attention. So they haven't then played the story mode. So I get that too. But I was just curious.
So wait, Fong, have you been spoiled on the story at all, or?
Oh yeah, I've seen the whole thing.
Okay, me too.
I
Wait, you asked him if he was spoiled on it, but he owns the game. You're the one that's spoiled on it.
No, I know, but I want to know if he, because I watched all the cutscenes.
Okay,
I watched
okay.
it basically as like a little mini movie. I watched the entire thing because
I saw that video online too. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe, never mind.
because I still don't know if I'm gonna pick it up yet or not. I want to pick it up because I want to like have a good Dragon Ball Z fighting game, but I was so shit at it. It's like if I buy this, I'm basically buying something that I know I'm gonna be bad at.
Well, but you can work on it.
I would recommend that you
Wait
hold off
for the Switch edition?
until. No, that may never happen.
But
Don't kid yourself here.
Android 21's dress is blue and red like the Joy-Cons.
That's very true.
Oh my god.
But don't hold your breath because I mean, look, games, the physical editions drop significantly in like what 2 weeks? It'll probably be like 40. So like
I'll
you
probably
just
get it at
wait,
40.
just wait for that at
Yeah.
least.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I only have a PC to run this. So, wait, Fong, what do you think about that then?
It may not drop on PC as quickly.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it usually does not. I was debating about pre-ordering, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to be here, and I got so many other things. I just didn't bother.
Get
But
the physical PC release.
no. But now thinking back on, I'm like, I should have just pre-ordered that thing. But, well, actually, no, because it doesn't matter. If it's a pre-order for a physical game, you get 20% off on Amazon.
Correct.
PC doesn't matter what you do. It'll be
Correct.
the same price.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually missing out on anything. It's just, do I buy it for
Pre-order
60?
bonuses.
Which you can get later as DLC.
Yeah, that I don't really care about.
Complete edition later on.
You can still buy the collector edition on Amazon if you really want. It's available.
Yeah. Anyway, wait, so we got a little sidetracked there. So wait, Fong, so you've seen the entire story and you didn't like the entire story overall?
Oh my god. Okay, well, playing through it is a slog. It's terrible.
Okay, the worst part about the actual story is just how slow the dialogue is. This is how, like, Josh, this is how the dialogue is in the story. Kakarot! I see you've come today.
Wait.
That's because the person who is playing
Now, let us begin.
was not thumbing through it at a pace that is suitable for watching.
I don't know. I've watched a ton of different versions, and they all seemed like there's a giant pause in between, like, action.
No, you can skip through stuff at a normal pace. It's just that, yeah, I understand what you mean.
And,
wait, but are you saying that this is all voice acted?
It's basically a Dragon Ball movie in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes through 3 different storylines. Like, you play the exact same game, basically.
Sort of. Well, okay. That's one of my problems with it.
Can I explain the premise to Josh? You think that's okay?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, Android 21 is the mother of Android 16, like from the original Cell games and whatnot. And she was like the mother, and she was turned to an android long ago and was never activated. And her son, 16, became the base model for the androids. Now she's back, and like she's activated and turned on. But shut up. Part of her being on is her power's unstable. So they have this device which takes a soul of someone in the world. Like, it was originally supposed to be for Dr. Gero. And it puts this person's soul in control of other people to keep her in check. So you, the player, are the soul. You are a person. So the character is named, like, it would be named Josh. You are the person. And your soul gets fused with, you have to play through the thing 3 different times, 3 different people across 3 different stories. So the first time you play it, you become fused with Goku. And you're controlling Goku's body. And the very act, and so 21, she derives power from other fighters. So basically, she has all the cells of Frieza cells, Cell cells, Majin Buu cells. Like, she has a mixture of everything inside of her.
She's a fighting game boss. That's exactly what that is.
She has every power, and she was at one point human, but through the technology of androids, or however you want to describe it, she's basically a Majin, picture Majin Buu as a girl, super skinny, with like a tail and like demon and like a dark she's just like this amalgamation of all of them.
And she's pink though.
And she's pink, yeah, she's bright pink, and she has like the Buu pants and everything too. She's so hot. And basically she has cloned tons and tons of versions of all the Z fighters using, is it the Dragon Balls in the
I think there's some facility that she just makes clones in.
Yeah. She just cloned all the Z fighters. So the entire the story game, you're playing through oh, I'm fighting Gohan, but it's not really Gohan, it's the clone of Gohan. Oh, I'm fighting Frieza. Oh, it's not Frieza. Actually, it is Frieza, because she wishes Frieza, Cell, and all of them back to life. And she's slowly consuming them and getting more energy. She does the whole, she turns them into donuts and eats the donuts and gains their powers, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you, the player, are inside Goku for the first, playthrough.
Arc.
Yeah, the first arc.
They're called arcs, which I disagree with that.
Yeah, because it's not really arcs. So, fast forward to the end of the first arc, you finish the story, and I think isn't it Whis breaks the 4th wall, and I wonder what would have happened if this had happened instead. So you, as the player character, your soul travels back in time, and you inherit Frieza
for some reason.
Yeah, you inherit
for some reason.
Yeah, you can travel back in time, and then you inhabit Frieza's body this time.
This is where it broke for me.
And then you play through the exact same story again, but it's completely different now, though, because being in control of Frieza, you learn more information about 21, and, I'm not going to spoil any of that stuff, but you find out more information, and then you get to the end of that, and then you still don't know everything, so your player soul gets sent back in time a 3rd time, and you play through the game again as Android 18.
And 18 was accompanying 21 throughout most of the story, so
exactly. So you see everything. You get to see everything. So it does tell a story, but there's no technically definitive end to the story. It's really weird. It's really interesting. Fong says he didn't like it. I found it really interesting, and I was kind of like I was like, okay, this is pretty cool actually the entire time, and I love like 21's design and like all the stuff that happens with her and whatnot. But it's just the player soul thing and the fact that it's 3 different timelines is really weird.
That's what I hated about it the most, because if you were playing through the same story again, but like through different characters' perspective, I think that'd be fine. But the fact that you're playing through it again, but it's different things each time, like you see a certain character die 3 different ways. It's very strange.
And they make it kind of canonical too. They set it between the Goku Black arc and the Universe Survival arc too.
No, it's before the Goku Black stuff.
Is it before?
Between the Universe 6 and Goku Black stuff. Not that really comes into play at all.
No. It's between the Future Trunks arc and the Universe Survival arc.
I don't know. Well, those characters don't even show up in it, so.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, Goku Black does. That's why he's in the game.
He's not in it.
He's not in the story mode, but he's in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a ton of characters that aren't even in the story.
Yeah, it's a really weird story. Like, I really enjoyed it, but like, it's just maybe I watched the wrong video because like just the talking, there were such long pauses between every line. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! Like, it was like a slug to get through. But
oh yeah, also with that, when I was playing it, I noticed that I didn't want to thumb through it fast because sometimes if I would let a dialogue box play out, there would also be more.
Oh yeah, apparently if you hold on certain scenes with 21, she starts flirting with Goku.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I saw those scenes.
Man.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, but I didn't want to skip dialogue exactly, and sometimes it would take like time to get through it, so like, I wouldn't be sure if I should skip through or not, so I'd have to wait for an awkward pause. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
and playing through it sucks because you're just on this map. You're fighting clones the entire time.
Oh yeah,
not very fun.
Yeah. It's what you would expect. It's not like the Budokai games where you're playing through the arcs and like the fights are set up in certain ways. It's just like, oh, here's the next one. Oh, here's the next one. Oh, here's the next one.
Every single fight is random clones until you get to the boss of the map or whatever.
Yep.
But is that how you unlock characters?
No,
just...
Well, you have to play through the story mode to unlock some of them. The 2 Super Saiyan Blues and Android 21. But everyone else is unlocked, so I don't know.
It's interesting. I want to know what you think, Josh, when you play through and you see everything. I want to know what you think of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to buy it at some point soon. I mean, I can even buy it right now. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just a sucker. I loved Android 21's design, so, and her voice acting was really good.
But yeah, they change it.
What do you mean?
They changed her design to the Majin thing.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as that happened, I'm like, yes.
But it's very abrupt. I don't know.
Well, it comes out of nowhere, and then it's like, I don't understand what's happening.
It's basically her power up, her Super Saiyan, I guess.
Well, no, because later on when something happens and like she never reverts or anything.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like it becomes, I think, her, like, because they said that she was at one point human, and then they took her son, and her son became Android 16. They turned her into what she was, and then like put her away because she was like not perfect, which it doesn't make sense the numbering then. How the hell was 16 before 20? Okay, never mind. It's all over the place. Right? Because if she's his mom and they took him, like, did they like? Am I remembering that wrong?
She would be after. She would be the last one because she has Majin Buu cells and.
True, but like, who did that?
Who did what?
Who made her? I know it's
the computer.
Is that really all? How to get Majin Buu cells?
Computers are thrifty.
Ugh. All right. Well, I think that's it. Anything else?
Well, there's 2 things. Fong. So if you had to give this game a rating out of 10, what would you say?
After 4 days of play.
Now? Yeah.
Well, for what I'm looking for, which is a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. 10 out of 10, because it's exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay. I mean, and you play online a lot? You do all that?
I'm, 21-1 or some shit like that.
Damn.
I mean, I know you are good at the fighting games, but wow. Jeez.
Like, I'm not good at fighting games, but I could tell from just playing it, like, it's going to be a very, very good and competitive game.
And actually, though, no, now I have two other points still, not one other one. If you're to play this on a PC, would you still play it with a controller at least or something?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And last thing, this is not a question. I'm just looking on Amazon at reviews of the game, see what people think. And someone wrote this one that I think you guys would get a kick out of. Guy gave it 5 stars and says, been playing this since the midnight release, and I've been splattering my special beam cannon all over the floor. So there you go. So I guess that really describes the game pretty accurately if Fong gave it a 10 out of 10. And it's a shout out to my man Piccolo. So, all right.
There's a lot of good in that game too.
Flat out.
Even like the big finishers where you Kamehameha someone into space and like blow off a chunk of the world doing so. It's real cool.
Oh, is it crossplay at all?
Nope.
Oh.
Sorry, Josh.
Unlucky.
Oh, and some note is that this is the last thing Bulma's voice actor worked on.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Also, it defaults its Japanese voices, which was nice. So I didn't have to change that at all. I just
you left it on. Did that?
Yeah, I did.
They gave Bulma a pretty meaty role in the story too. Like she doesn't do much, but like she's in it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's how she is in the anime too.
Yeah, and it's good that, like, again, like you would think in a fighting game that she wouldn't have time to shine, but like she's in there a good amount.
Like the first hour is really neat because it starts with Goku and Bulma, and then it slowly adds like all the older characters like Krillin and Yamcha and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get to see them interact.
They do some bullshit though where like, oh, all our powers are reset because of science. So we need to slowly regain our powers and stuff.
No, yeah, that's the dumb story. It's that you, as the Link, was what they call it.
Yeah.
You, the soul, are the Link. You control them and help bring out their latent powers or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
Wait, Fong, did you play Xenoverse?
I played the first one.
How does that compare?
Completely different.
Completely different. That's
more
closer to
RPG-ish.
It's closer to Budokai in terms of the fighting too.
Yeah, I guess. I found a fucking infinite in that game. In like hours. I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
And I feel like with fighters, you play for the fighting, and like the story is just a bonus. In Xenoverse, you play for the story, and anything else you get out of it is a bonus.
Yeah.
So I think they went.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know if you guys necessarily should ever buy this game because of that, because this is a fucking fighting game. And, you know, if you're not into that, you're not into that.
I'm going to buy because I want to play against you, Fong, and like my buddy Tom from work got the game too. I want to play with him. Like, I'm playing it to play against other people, mostly my friends. And because everyone has PS4 and everyone's playing it, sorry, Josh. That's my main reason. Plus, I think the game's just like beautiful in terms of its graphics. Like, that alone blew me away.
I think this game can be fun casually because there are all these auto combos for you.
Yes.
That you really don't have to worry about, like, oh, I have to think about this combo. You just focus on other stuff, and you'll have a reliable damage output through these auto combos and stuff.
I loved going Super Saiyan 3 and, like, doing that combo. Like, that's a fun combo to do.
Like, now I'm thinking, is it worth me buying this? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe you should wait.
I'm going to wait for the drop
you.
down. So
I can't play you guys. I just have to play people online.
Yeah, you'd play the story mode, you get through that in, I don't know, maybe 10 hours? It took me a while because
it's long, yeah.
The fights are such a fucking slog. God damn. Oh my god.
I don't mind playing people online or something, but I'm just thinking then I'd have to, like, get good. It takes effort. Interesting. I'll continue to look into it then.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, if you want to get good, you can ask me for advice. I will be glad to help.
Okay.
Cool.
We shall see then.
All right, so that's probably our longest news and update segment ever for the show.
It's significant
Two giant
news.
things to talk about.
To be fair, they've only had like one video game we started this and this is it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the show's ending.
yeah, see, it's like a Kirby game, you know. System's done, anime's done. Anyway,
Wow.
just saying.
I draw the line at Kirby, Josh.
Oh,
All right, let's get into the episodes we have to cover tonight. Episodes 123, 124, and 125.
stupid 125. Anyway,
What?
125 was amazing. Okay,
That was the good-looking episode.
yes, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I don't
we'll
care
get
how
there.
it looks.
Well,
That was essentially
stop.
Ash fighting the guy with Darkrai Latios Latias. I'm like, really? I'm like, who's
happened? Wait,
supposed
what?
to win? Yeah, that was in the league. He made it to like top 8, and then they're like, let's put you against a guy with a
Who
Darkrai,
owns a Darkrai?
a Latias. That's all they showed. I was like, okay,
He had Arceus too, but they never showed it.
probably.
Oh my god.
I'm like, they just wanted him to lose. Like, they're just like, how else can we make this? Just
Okay,
Wait, but I thought he got to the final two.
that was
No, that was in
it's
Kalos.
oh,
this was the
he's
one
already up to
before.
the new one. Oh, okay, never mind.
The new one. There is. You'll see.
I don't know. I don't watch Pokemon, so
Okay.
no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. All right.
let's do a Pokemon podcast, guys.
Have you heard of the JK podcast?
Oh, is that what it is?
Well,
No.
we cover Pokemon a lot on there.
Well, we cover anything on there.
All right, episode 123, Body and Soul, full power release, Goku and Vegeta.
I watched this show with my cousin, who does not like Dragon Ball Super.
You mean this episode?
Yes,
Okay.
and we got to the end, and he was like, "That's it." It's like, damn, I'm trying to enjoy this. I got you bitching about this show in my ear. I don't need this.
I thought this was a pretty cool episode, actually. Just because of the fact that Goku used Destructo Disc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't remember he does that.
it's one of the nice episodes where Goku isn't just all strength and screaming. Like
He actually tried to do strategy and thinking.
yeah, and-
two
like,
two
wow.
examples of smartness.
That's right.
yeah. So the dropping, like what was it? Just he was dropping like little Kai blasts all over the field, and it was like those little like little shine marks everywhere.
Yeah, they were like mines.
Yeah, and then Jiren steps on them, and then they all blow up.
Doesn't
But
give
like,
a fuck.
yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah. Which is
But I got
like
the
a smart,
strategy. It was
but-
cool.
Yeah, I mean, but he should have known it wouldn't do anything.
Well, that's the thing. Goku's at the point now where he knows Jiren's strong. He knows that Jiren's holding back. He's literally just testing, like, okay, Jiren's strong. How quick is he? How responsive is he? How is he, like, he's doing things to test Jiren's strength and trying to, like, coax him out of, like, being so passive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Because we finally get the fight then where they're on that rock that's sticking out to the edge of the stage, and Goku lures Jiren out there and whatnot, and it seems like Goku's like, I'm gonna lose. Then he does the Destructo Disc thing that Krillin had done earlier before the arc began, which was a cool callback too, by the way. And Jiren falls through and almost gets knocked out, except he just climbs up the rocks, which I saw that coming a mile away. But the fact that Jiren fell at all and had to recover, like, okay, he's not perfect. Like
No, yeah, that was the first time he showed vulnerability
yeah,
ever, I think.
yeah. Well, except when Goku was in Ultra Instinct, but
Yeah, but that he was only able to hit him. This is like he was actually in danger of like going out.
yeah, he was tricked. He was fooled.
Mhm.
And during all this, like, we forgot to mention, like, Vegeta is still on the ground after last episode. So
Yes.
Vegeta took an L, just stayed on the ground.
Wow.
And Goku is just fighting against him. Frieza is
Nothing new there.
Yeah. Frieza's still fighting Dispo, and Gohan 17 are still fighting Toppo. Not really any, like, major developments. It's just kind of a continuation from the previous episode. But so Jiren hops back on the stage after falling down, and he gets pissed, and he finally powers up. Like, he gets, like, his aura going and whatnot, and he just takes Goku down, like, right away. Like, just punches him again and again and again and again and again and again, and basically knocks him down. And then by this point, Vegeta and Goku stand back up. Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and then puts the Kaioken on top. Vegeta goes blue, and then he keeps getting bluer, and bluer and bluer, and everyone's calling this a ascended Super Saiyan form. So it's, I guess, like Super Saiyan 2 for God form.
Super Saiyan Blue 2.
Where instead of like electricity, it's like more glitter in your hair.
Yeah.
Is that how you
Super
took it, Fong?
Saiyan True Blue.
True Blue?
I don't know. It's all fan names until a video game comes out randomly and has the name for it.
That's true.
Well, or they.
And even then,
in
we
the
might
show.
not get a name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think of the new form?
I thought it was cool.
My cousin thought it was lame.
Oh.
Well, the problem is Vegeta's down the entire episode. He gets back up, gets this new form, literally does nothing with it. Episode ends.
Yeah.
Like
That's true. That's true.
he did, like, his speech was cool. Like I think Fong, here in the notes you have like he was doing it for like Kaba and like the promise. It's not like
Which
for my wife.
that makes sense. It gave him that extra push. Which, though, yeah, it is sad on some level that his own family and that those goals couldn't push him further. But think about it. He's a Saiyan at heart.
He's
Saiyan's
a newborn child.
Mhm.
As of like an hour ago.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking of that.
Yeah,
that kid.
I would have loved if he started like listing off everyone that means something to him, and Kappa could have been a part of that. But like, this is only for Kappa.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you think about it, so far his family hasn't pushed him further, so it took an extra something, and it was him. I don't know, but the Saiyan pride, the homeland thing, I get why that's that important. So
Yeah,
it's just funny, but like it does make sense. I don't know.
that image.
Oh yeah.
That's great. But yeah, so it ends with Goku and Vegeta all powered up, and they start walking towards Jiren, and that's pretty much the episode.
Well, they do hit him. They start fighting him,
Yeah,
The double attacks, they're just
and they can actually hit him.
yeah.
yeah.
and it
There's no
makes
more like aura protecting him or whatever.
It kind of makes good on that. What is it? The Resurrection F thing, where they're like, "Oh, if you two idiots fucking work together for once instead of being dumb, you can do something." And then they did.
It's interesting too, because I don't know if it's this episode or the next one, but Whis makes a comment how like, oh, Vegeta's pushed himself into a new form, and like he kind of says like he broke through.
I think he actually did.
No, he says that. He says in this episode, he's
But-
like, "Oh, he broke his shell too."
But that's not Ultra Instinct.
Yep.
Right, but it's breaking your own barrier, whether that means going into Ultra Instinct or it's going into a higher form of the Super Saiyan God. I think barriers used kind of loosely.
Okay,
It's
so
not
now
a
that
defined
both their
barrier.
barriers are broken, like,
Well, then it's
Shell
like,
breaker.
okay, it's like, what do you do after that? It's like a weird
They
thing.
fuse.
that's what that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the fusion between the two of them.
Well, I think that's the only way they're going to beat him.
Yeah,
But-
I like fusion as a concept for this tournament, because where numbers matter, because you're actively fucking with your own numbers
Yeah,
to gain power
it
and
is
stuff.
a
So
risk.
I think that's really interesting.
that's what hurt the
That's
last.
also something they've used already.
That's a hurt the last universe. They all fused into Dr. Pepperoni. That was a 4-person kill in one go.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
Those three were going to go out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those dudes was just arms. Like, of course he's going to get fucking tossed.
One guy was just pants.
Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so they get him off guard and they start beating him up. I don't know. I feel like with Jiren, there's still not a clear way of defeating him yet. And when we saw Ultra Instinct a long time ago now. When we saw Ultra Instinct the first time, like, okay, this is the thing. Yet Goku is fighting him with blue Kaioken.
Well, because he can't just do it on command right now.
But I thought that was the entire point of his fight with Kale and Cauliflower.
Well, but clearly he can't.
yeah, but like, how do we get there then?
He needs to get beat up
He loses
again.
his shirt.
Like, once Jiren decides to man up and just punch the two of them and send them into the ground, then Goku's gonna get it again or something. Like, it takes him getting way down. I don't know. I wish it was a lot easier. I think that's what you got to deal with.
I don't know. I feel like they're just subverting expectations. Yeah, I think this is all going to end with Goku going back into Ultra Instinct. That's it.
Well, yeah, because we haven't seen him Ultra Instinct without a shirt on, which I was fucking promised. months ago.
I just want to know if he can use Ultra Instinct in a Saiyan mode. That seems to be like the end all be all, because he's been doing Ultra Instinct just as Goku. Can he achieve Ultra Instinct in God mode, like in Blue or God, whatever it may be, and like will it change his hair slightly, or like will it?
Well, the name of the form is Ultra Instinct Sign or Omen. It's translated to Sign in video games, English video games.
Okay.
So that can mean it's a prelude to a real, not a real form, a secondary transformation or whatever the fuck.
Interesting. So you're saying that Instinct is almost like base God, and then you can go to like Super Saiyan Instinct, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be okay
Well,
with that.
maybe. Like, that's what that name alludes to.
Gotcha. That's interesting, actually.
Well, I mean, maybe that's what's gonna happen for this, because it didn't look like Ultra Instinct was enough to beat him.
Yeah, but then again, Goku like had no control. Again, it was purely just instinct at that point. Now he's
Which
he's
was strong.
it was very strong, but now he's fought a little bit. Now he's a little more used to it. So hopefully we see it again.
Well,
soon.
yeah, that's what the Kefla fight was,
Yeah.
to get used to it more.
God, that fight's so beautiful.
Yep.
All right, I think we saw what we can for this one. Let's move on to the next episode, which was episode 124, The Fiercely Overwhelming Assault, Gohan's Last Stand. Spoiler alert.
Some people were so adamant that, Gohan's totally gonna
He's
be
gonna
in.
do something cool. I know he
Take out
is.
Dispo. He's gonna, and after that, he is gonna go help the Saiyans fight. It's gonna be 3 Saiyans against Jiren. It's gonna be so cool.
He's saving all his energy. He's gotta be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Great episode, guys.
Great episode.
what's weird is that he is relatively, like, really strong without even doing any form of Super Saiyan or anything.
That's because he has his whatever form, the ultimate Mystic Gohan.
Yes, but he didn't even look like he was even doing that. He just, like...
I mean, does it really take that much energy to hold someone and then let yourself blow up?
Yes. I don't know. It was interesting, and Frieza still is like Mr. Team Player, which is very interesting.
I love Frieza. Frieza, in like my opinion, is MVP of this arc.
Yep.
I mean, secretly helping out all of them to some extent. So
He gave Goku
it's
energy.
really important. Yeah, like he basically like helped revive Goku.
He's still in for himself though. Is this the episode where
Yes, it is.
he offered Dispo a deal if he stopped fighting right now?
Yes.
I was like, holy shit. Everyone's like, yeah, that's Frieza, all right. That's what he does. We get it.
I know. I like that. No one even freaked out. They didn't even care.
It's like, that damn Frieza. Oh, he's causing mischief.
Like, Ken, your worst nightmare never came to fruition, it seems.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But, I mean, it was cool that they actually teamed up. And it was interesting kind of deal there. And trapping him with the thing. But the Dispo was stronger than I thought with the whole, like, light speed movement thing and whatever. And oh, man.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
Dispo as a character, I didn't really like at all. I did like that he stuck to his guns though when Frieza made him the offer, because that entire like the team's like, oh, justice and truth and all that stuff. I'm like, imagine how I kind of wish they did this way. Imagine if Dispo had said yes to Frieza's deal and like it broke Toppo's like spirit in the next episode. Like, Dispo, how could you? And that's what caused like Toppo to give up on his resolve. But
Toppo, you lost your Toppo.
we'll get there. But yeah, so Josh, like you said, Dispo goes into his super maximum light speed mode, which allows him to go even faster.
Yeah.
And Frieza starts getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, I mean, then I was like, oh god, Frieza's gonna lose. But then Gohan came to the rescue.
Yeah, he leaves 17 behind to keep fighting Toppo, and Gohan comes in, and he helps.
Well, yeah, Frieza was about to get eliminated.
Yeah, he was right to get eliminated. Gohan steps in, and they team up, but like they realize like their team up isn't really working that well. And then Gohan has the strategy for. Was Frieza golden at this point? He was already golden,
Yes,
right?
he was.
Yeah, I think he was gold the whole time.
Okay, yeah. So Golden Frieza starts firing those little red energy jiggers from his finger, Like there are just energy blasts, but they're so concentrated. I feel like, and he creates like a perfect cage around Dispo. So much so where he's running so fast he can't get out of the way of the lasers fast enough. Like it's kind of like in Pokemon, Josh, when you're on the bike and you're trying to get into a door, but the bike is so fast that like you'll pass the door by like a spot each time.
That's an interesting analogy.
Damn mock bike.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like.
Gotta go for that acro.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly.
I went with mock. I just hated every moment of it and never thought to switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's exactly what it is. He gets trapped in this basically this laser cage, and Gohan's trying to finish
With Gohan.
Yeah, with Gohan. Gohan's trying to finish him off in the cage, which that I thought like it's a cage match. It's awesome, and it's purely just brute strength.
Yeah, the idea is that Dispo can't run away like he has been.
Yeah.
Limits his movement and all that.
Yeah. And Gohan gains the upper hand, starts taking him down, but Frieza runs out of energy, and the cage vanishes right before he can do the last like blow to knock him off. So in a last ditch effort,
That didn't even make sense, though.
what have
How
Frieza?
you gonna knock him off while you're in the cage?
Well, it's supposed to be do that and somehow then lower.
I'm
at
sure.
the same
I'm sure Frieza
time.
would have stopped the attack because you can see Frieza was getting drained the entire time he was firing those red blasts.
Yeah, but like he couldn't hear him. He'd have to like scream, "Drop the cage! Drop the cage!"
I'm gonna scream Kamehameha really loudly.
Who knows? We'll never know.
It doesn't matter because Frieza runs out of energy, the cage dissolves, and Dispo does not get hit by the finishing blow. But Gohan, quickly thinking, grabs Dispo, holds on to him, kind of like Goku and Raditz back in the very first Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
And he has Frieza like, hey, knock us off. One big blast. You can do this. And Frieza's like, huh, you're more like... Does he say something about like your father? Like, you're just as like... Oh, he makes some comment to Gohan about how he's like Goku. But I forget what he says.
I don't think it was there. I think it might have been elsewhere.
Really? Okay, I thought like Frieza right for the blast like said something about you being like son of Goku, like you are like admirable or something like I don't know what he said, but
Maybe he did.
yeah. But Frieza launches them off. You don't really see the launch, you just see like this giant explosion.
There's a good reason for that.
Why?
Because that whole thing was reused animation. And,
Oh, the blast, yeah.
like Frieza throwing the blast and the blast itself was from when he knocked out Kaba. And right after that would be Kaba falling. And I guess they didn't bother to animate Gohan Dispo falling, so they just cut to the Grand Priest announcing it.
Wow.
Yeah, they get a lot of mileage out of like using those iPads too for animation. Those are those are still images that gets like
Oh, what do you
panned
think about
over.
the iPad when they showed slow motion and then Zeno was like, I still can't see.
That was kind of cool, actually.
Really?
I just like the Grand Priest is like, don't worry, in the next version of the iPad, it'll be much faster and can see.
The God Pad.
The God Pad.
But like, he is stronger than any of them. Can't he see it? Oh.
Again.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
cool.
Oh, Sugoi.
Sugoi.
My God.
They're great.
I love them.
They're great, but sometimes they're just absolute morons. But, you know.
It's two Togepis.
That's a great
Two
comparison.
blue
actually.
Togepis is doing metronome whenever they want.
No, I think it's actually the voice.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Wait, pause the show.
Okay.
Togepri.
Seno-sama.
I actually looked it up myself to
And
confirm that.
voice actor
And?
Satomi Kurogi. She is Togepi.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
she's also the
no.
little girl in Fullmetal Alchemist.
The fusion girl?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Nina. Oh no.
You know, it's funny. Like, I haven't finished watching Full Metal Alchemist at all, but, like, I remember that one episode and that's it. Like,
It's a powerful episode.
oh, God.
Josh, she's also Ponygon.
Really?
Mara May.
Oh, my God. Wow.
That's incredible. From Zatch Bell, Fong.
Oh, I thought you said Porygon incorrectly. Or combined it with, like, My Little Pony or something.
Yes, the My Little Pony Porygon fusion.
Yeah, I was like, what do you...
Huh. Wow. Togepi is Xenos. Wow.
Yep. But I think we'll go back to the episode. Gohan is gone. He did nothing the entire time.
Tears of joy. Celebration across the land.
Again, I
was so happy.
I would have been happy if something like he did pull something out, or like he achieved God form, didn't tell anyone. Like anything like that would have been cool. But like,
Nah.
it makes sense the way he went out.
No, yeah, I thought he went out fine. I'm just glad. I'm more focused on the fact that he went out.
I mean, he ended up being like Piccolo, where he was pretty serviceable, but
yeah.
Oh man,
I still am glad going back like to our episode months ago where we thought the end credits revealed the order which they would leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad it was not that. Because
Vegeta would have been out third.
Yeah,
by the way,
freaking if Gohan and Goku did a family Kamehameha, and Jiren's like, I don't understand family. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next episode of tonight, the final episode. Episode 120.
Cut that.
What?
Cut that.
I will. Don't worry. I wrote it down.
Okay.
All right. Episode 125. With opposing presence, God of Destruction, Toppo descends.
Oh dear God.
This fucking episode.
Hey.
What's your problem with it, Josh? I would love to know.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh. Get yourself off.
Okay, so I mean, the short end of the thing is Goku, Vegeta, Jiren, they all stop fighting because this episode's not about them. And it's all about the whole Frieza and 17, or mainly 17 at the start, versus Toppo. And it just turns to the point where Frieza's basically picking on him. The two of them gang up on him, beat him while he's down kind of deal, hit him from the back, whatever.
This is what happens when you pick on the fat kid in school, and then later he becomes powerful.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, the guy just sits there, withstands the blasts from both sides, and then just, like, nearly dies. Then, like, decides to give up everything that he stood for.
Wilford Brimley, don't play that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. He converts into a god of destruction. Literally a god of destruction, because they're like, he was the next god of destruction.
He was a candidate.
Yeah, but like the leading candidate, clearly. And then he just commits to it. So they're essentially fighting Jiren, who is like the strongest guy ever seen.
He's beyond a god of destruction.
Along with a god of destruction.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is why I was making that Pokemon analogy. It's like the creators are sitting there trying to think, all right, what's something new that seems like basically impossible? And they're just throwing stuff that seems like should not be in this tournament into the tournament. Like, gods of destruction were not allowed in this tournament. It was supposed to be people of the universe were supposed to fight it out while the gods watch.
And he's
there's
not
a god of destruction in the tournament.
No, he's not.
He basically is.
Okay, so the way that I viewed this kind of thing was when we first meet Toppo, he's all about like justice. He's very like straightforward. He's asking all like the justice questions and whatnot. The fact that he was a candidate for a god of destruction. God of destructions, I don't consider them evil, but they serve a destructive, or like yin and yang. This is like the yang, like they serve a bad purpose.
Their nature.
Their nature is to destroy, which is in itself bad. So, like Josh, you brought a good point. Like Jiren, who's the strongest in the world, wouldn't it make more sense to offer Jiren the god of destruction role because he is the strongest? So it makes sense.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he is too.
Well,
he was the other candidate. I don't know.
I don't think he is. I think
is he the Supreme Kai candidate?
No. I want to get kind of like
that week.
I want to get kind of like Star Warsy here for a second, where I think that what's the clown's name? The Universe 11 clown? Who's
Belmont.
Belmont. I think he knew Toppo
State Park
would eventually like betray his beliefs and embrace the dark side, to get Star Warsy there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes the most sense because once justice is no longer important to Toppo, he gives into the anger, he gives into everything. And Jiren has that little comment like, "Oh, you finally like dealt with your like issues or like met your resolve or something like that." And that's when he starts accessing the God of Destruction energy. And it's cool too because not only is it just is he a God of Destruction, but Beerus like perks up and like, "No, that's destruction energy." Like I always thought when they said God of Destruction, it just meant like, "Oh, your job is to destroy like blah blah," but destruction being a energy in the world, like so much like a spirit bomb, like if a spirit bomb is the energy of life, destruction being like the energy of death, the fact that you can harness an actual destruction energy, that's a huge thing. But
Well, they've shown that before, and they flash back to it in this episode.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I forgot about it. And like, again, we've been watching this arc for so long, it didn't even cross my mind that could be a thing. And
that was like in fucking June, so I don't blame you.
Yeah. And Toppo, like, I never thought he would crack, basically. Like, I was thinking, Josh, I don't know if you got this at all, but when he's using the beam in the very beginning against 17, and he's clearly going to overpower 17, and then, like, Frieza shows up and starts doing, like, the shots to the back and making fun of him and all that stuff, I was getting, like, Whitebeard vibes from, like, the Paramount War, where Whitebeard, like, he left, like, his, like, back was, like, stoic the entire time. Like, I thought, like, they're not going to break Toppo at all. Like, there's no way. And Frieza's a little, like, blah, blah. I didn't think Frieza, like, he's going to, like, get mad at Frieza and, like, justice would prevail and destroy Frieza, like, good versus evil. And that was going to be the entire...
He cracked before, though.
Has he, though?
Yeah, there was one time...
Original like, pre-tournament thing.
It was during the tournament. I don't remember when. He was like, fuck this justice thing. It's all about living.
Well,
it's when they were standing on a rock.
Episode.
No, it was a different episode.
I don't
remember when exactly.
Was it when the three of them were watching the fights?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess that's like the little hint right there that's showing that he was beginning to crack. Because Jiren like looks at him like he knew this was like a fight inside Toppo the entire time. So the fact that Toppo breaks and gives into this like, you know what, fuck justice, fuck the king, fuck everything, just like he goes all out. And like his transformation is so cool looking to me.
He's like Akuma.
Yeah, with the dark energy and stuff like that. Like, does he get taller too? He gets taller, right? Like he kind of like
seemingly, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of like gets like squished.
Definitely
upwards.
taller.
He gets that like symbol on his. I'm trying to find a picture of it right now, but
it looked like a spade or something. It's like
it's the stuff they wear on their
on their
the God of Destruction
Egyptian gowns. Yeah,
this episode shows that Toppo is so much more interesting of a character than Jiren, and it makes me wonder why the fuck Jiren is even there when you have a character like Toppo that you had something clearly planned out story-wise.
But
I agree with that.
I think that this is the thing, though. So right now, Toppo has given into the destruction energy. He's embraced, like, okay, I could be a god of destruction. He doesn't have complete control over it. They said he keeps having to charge it up before he uses it. Where like
Except then they still mention, they're like, so where's the weakness still, since he has an aura around him that literally dissolves any other piece of energy. So you basically have to physically fight him.
Well, you have to think he is weaker right now than Beerus is. Put it that way.
Correct.
Because Beerus is a full-on god of destruction. So like Goku or Vegeta could easily take out Toppo right now.
No.
I don't know.
Also based on the preview for next week's episode, no.
Well, go back to Battle of the Gods. Goku, in just his god form, took on Beerus. Yes, Beerus wasn't using his full power, but, like, he did it.
They have ignored the number aspect to that.
I know, but that's the way I'm reasoning it.
I don't know.
I don't know. The more this keeps going on now, like, it just looks like that impossible theory. It's just like, oh my god. Like, I don't know how they're going to win this, because the only thing I'm thinking, which we haven't mentioned yet at all, is that I almost feel like it'll end where Toppo and Jiren are still alive and well. Goku and Vegeta are there. 17's off. But Frieza is still dead on the edge. And they're going to win by technicality of 3-2. I think that's what's going to happen. That's my prediction.
As much as I like that end, they kind of went out of their way to be like, oh, well, this person hasn't appeared on the bench in this episode, and I think they're observant enough to go
They
back.
did that with Toppo, at least.
Yeah.
Even though that one, you didn't have to. Like, I don't know why they...
I mean, they can do that with Frieza.
yeah.
We should go back to that. So once he goes full on destruction form, he basically takes Frieza and like crushes his head. The animation's pretty brutal here, actually, where Frieza's head's like distorting, and he's saying all the things that Frieza said to him back, like, "What'd you say about trash? Like, where does it belong?" And like just
Trash in the trash bin, man.
yeah, just crushing him, and he chucks Frieza. I think does 17 hit Frieza? Right?
Yes, with a rock.
Yeah, so he throws a
He
rock at
deflects a little bit of it.
yes. So Frieza gets. Oh, I should also mention that Toppo.
17's there.
Yeah,
Oh.
17's there because 17's fighting Toppo when Frieza comes in. That's what causes the transformation. Toppo destroys the stage. Like he cuts it like not in half, but like a chunk of it gets wiped out.
Oh, when he hits Frieza?
Was that when he fights?
I think it's when he just transforms.
Yeah, when he transforms, and then he, how did you put it here, Fong? He makes the background less of a puke green and more of a space blue.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
It's true.
It looks amazing. It's the perfect like setting for the final fight now too.
Mm-hmm.
So he just destroys things. He fucks up Frieza. Frieza goes flying, but 17 manages to knock him down. And then
And he says his little line, oops, my hand slipped.
yeah, which I liked. But then 17's like, yo, round 2, I don't hear no bell. And they do another beam fight.
Well, I mean, I like Android 17's strategy. I mean, his whole thing was just like, I need to stall for time, so I'm just going to keep throwing beams at you to stop you from charging at me. But then this whole form is like, it doesn't matter. So he's doing a great job at dodging, at least, but it looks like that time is going to be running out pretty soon.
They keep making a point to say how 17 has unlimited energy, too.
Which I think is fine, because I think a lot of people haven't really picked up on it.
Yeah,
Like,
but
people have been like, why are these androids even that good? They don't do much. But like, to emphasize the fact that like they're generally strong and never get tired, like that's a pretty good ability. I don't know. Why not emphasize Universe 7 people? Why not? I don't know.
But that's the thing. Do you think it's a thing where 17 can take out Toppo? Do you think
No.
it has to be
No.
17 and Frieza together taking out Toppo?
No, I'm telling
I
you.
think they're both going to get tossed next episode.
No,
Really?
Frieza's gonna stay on that edge the entire time.
Yeah, Frieza might stay, but I think 17's
17's
probably
absolutely gone. Yep. Because I mean, even look at the preview for next episode is Vegeta versus Toppo. So
Oh,
gone.
he's
He's
like-
to step in for some reason.
okay.
Yeah. I feel like 17's totally gone. Frieza's still ignored because Vegeta steps in, and then it just 3-2. That's the ending.
Goku versus Jiren, Toppo versus Vegeta. That's the final.
Yeah, and then no one gets knocked off.
I would kind of like that because Vegeta never got a chance to fight a god of destruction. And Toppo is a god of destruction, basically.
Yeah. The title of the next episode is like Beyond a God or whatever the fuck, so.
Let me look that up real quick.
And it is referring to him.
Yeah,
that fight.
so I don't know if that's confirming then what Vegeta's form is or something. Like,
yeah, the next
they might
episode
be
is
giving it an official name.
yeah, the next episode is called "Surpass Even a God: Vegeta's Desperate Blow."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could just be referring to the fact that Toppo is basically a god. You know what I mean? Like, if surpassing it in that way.
Right.
Or that, he has to surpass that to win or whatever the fuck,
Well, we're down to like the last, what is it, 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it's 5 minutes at the end of this episode.
Did they even say the time at the end of this one?
They made point because during the actual episode, 17 looks at the dial
Yes.
and says how much time there is. And
Well,
I think,
there was 6 minutes left. I think it went to 5 by seeing the thing move down.
yeah, I think we're at 5 minutes now,
Yeah.
which makes sense if we're on 26 and there's only,
There's 6 episodes left.
yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. It's getting
Me
down.
neither.
I'm nervous.
I think it's cool because I think of all the predictions we made about like how these final fights are going to work out, none of us saw Toppo being a god of destruction. And like,
No, I read about it, so I did.
oh, God damn it, Fong.
But before you read about it,
No, yeah, I was like, that's weird. I didn't know They've hinted at that. Not in the show, but in the manga, they've said it outright that he was the candidate.
Oh,
And like the description of Toppo on like Toei's website or something mentioned it. So like that information was technically out there. They should have been more explicit about that, honestly.
I guess no one really thought about it.
I think going back now, if we keep listening to like Toppo's little like things to himself as the tournament goes on, it makes sense, like his resolve. Like the fact that we mentioned he was cracking a little bit back when they were watching the fights too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that him breaking his like commands and going full on destruction, I think it makes sense. It doesn't seem too out of nowhere to me. I think it's a good final fight kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's smart writing. It's one of those where you go back in a movie and be like, oh, I think it's the same kind of deal. Where you can try and piece it with that narrative and be like, okay, I see.
Now it's Jiren's turn to get some power up or character or some shit.
Watch, he's actually a Zeno-sama. He's the third one.
The third one? Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's two Zeno-samas fused together.
Oh my god. He breaks apart, they get disqualified. It's a parallel thing with a time ring. Oh.
They made a robot.
Zamasu.
I just like Jiren. To me, his design is so boring. Like,
He's literally an alien.
Yeah, and like just bald and
buff
smooth.
alien.
Like he doesn't like sweat at all. He never gets like cut or like bruised.
Well, because he's too good.
His like suit is just the same suit they all wear. It's too generic.
Because he's like fake. He's just too good.
Yes, I want to say like, what's his thing? Like
he is a robot.
It's eye powers. I'm telling you. It's all about the eyes.
He looks at someone, they die.
He looked at the Final Flash this episode, and it went away. It was so stupid. It's all eye crap. Goku's gonna take his shirt off and throw it in Jiren's face. Then he's gonna shove him off. The end.
I love how you just want Goku to strip down. That's like
your
goal.
Wait.
They promised shirtless Goku. Okay, that's what the image was.
That better be DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Fucking better.
I just had a thought.
Okay.
So everyone's wiped off, but Goku and Jiren, all right?
Sure.
Goku knows he can't win or can't like knock out Jiren without sacrificing himself. Grabs Jiren, they both fall off together. And Jiren's like, you idiot, we like no one's gonna win now if we both fall off, blah blah.
They'll be like, that's the loophole, haha. All the universes get saved.
Then Frieza's there, right?
Frieza's there, exactly. Yeah. And then Frieza gets the Super Dragon Ball wish, and wishes for Dragon Ball Super to be canceled.
Well, he already got his wish.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The
like,
fourth wall.
No, but like, what if like Frieza says like, you know what? I want to reshape the universe in my form. So like, if let's say the Dragon Ball Super anime comes back, we come back in a Frieza style alternate universe where
Dragon Ball Frieza,
something like that, where Frieza comes back all powerful. He took over Earth. All the Saiyans have been like either not neutered, but like they can't transform, or like the Super Saiyan, like just something. Everything is like broken. Where like Super Saiyan doesn't work. Super Saiyan God doesn't work. They need to like kind of like relearn like something drastic. I know that sounds like a complete like retelling and whatnot, but like just for like an arc, like Frieza as an arc, and the goal is to get back the Super Dragon Balls, and then you have like. Oh, sorry, what?
But here's the thing: you can't do that now because that'd be interesting as a follow-up arc.
Yeah.
But since they're ending the show, they do not have the balls to end the show like that. 100%.
But how great would that be? If that
it would be great. I don't disagree.
No, you see Frieza make that wish. The screen cuts to black, and then they take off a year or two.
Goku Black, yes.
And
We've had too much Frieza, though. I'm sorry. Like, he's been great, but that's too.
I would like somehow for him to stick around, but not be their fucking friend, but not also be the main antagonist.
Right.
I like his interactions with Goku.
Right.
I don't know how you keep him around and also in that role, but however you make that happen, that would be my wish to the dragon.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm really excited to see where the story goes. I can't again, we can predict all we want. And we can make all these little scenarios. I didn't see the Toppo God of Destruction coming, so I can't predict this ending. I know I can't.
Yeah, me neither.
I
There's
already
no,
did, so-
There's no leaks out yet, so I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I already predicted my 3-2 victory.
Nothing
Frieza
better
today.
leak. They should really go into like because they know it's their ending. They should go into this like with like sealed lips the entire time.
Or Fong just doesn't look.
Definitely not happening. As much as I'd like to not, I'm sure I'll do it regardless of me
Okay.
trying.
Fine.
All right. Any final thoughts on these episodes, guys? Anything you want to say? Or I think we've pretty much said it all tonight. It's been a long recording session.
This one looked pretty,
Oh, it looked amazing.
and it wasn't the guy I love. It's some other guy.
I think it's because they were forced to use all new animation for everything Toppo did. So
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
forced to make it look good.
yeah.
Forced to put in effort.
Yeah, I mean, it all looked good to me. Cool, different textures with all the God of Destruction energy stuff. So,
Yeah.
and the different background and the Android 17 seemingly using slightly different color key blasts or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they set the stage for a very good finale.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned for our Gay no Kitaro podcast coming up.
No.
yes. Something's got to fill our time slot, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Card Capture Sakura podcast. Or we?
Oh no.
I mean,
Hey, you guys could do that. I'm not interested.
What would be another anime you'd be interested in, Fong?
Pokemon.
Oh
I
god.
don't know why. I would like to watch through the first thing of Pokemon. I might do that on my own time.
Wait, like the original, like Kanto,
Yeah.
like the very beginning.
Yeah.
the Pokédex entries were insane. Literally talking about eating Farfetch'd.
Ho-Oh looked like
What?
a chicken.
Does he not look like that anymore?
No, like Ho's design's been modified. Like, cause Ho was in the very first episode of Pokemon, and back then they didn't have a plan for that at all. Like he's in Gen 2, he's introduced in Gen 2 officially, so his design at the end of like the first episode is not the same as like his in-game, like his universe artwork.
Well, yeah, things change all the time. Like Pikachu talks now. Like,
Oh my god.
who knows?
Voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's in the detective.
the movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the. I always want to be with you.
No, yeah, the
Oh
movie
my
theater freak
God.
out. The fuck?
Sad thing was that was halfway decent, but like, oh my god.
It's
No, that reaction
because-
is fantastic.
because I always wanted to be with you.
I took it in stride. I don't know. I just
Josh,
don't really- I just-
we
the
did
reaction's so
look at
good.
each other in theaters when that happened, though.
we looked at each other in slight disbelief, but we went with it. We
Okay.
shut our mouths and we went with
This
it.
is not the Pikachu Talks podcast. This is the Dragon Ball Super podcast, the 3-star Dragon Ball buddies. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back probably in, I would say about a month. Again, this whole like letting episodes stack up has been like the best way of doing this. So we will be back in another 3 to 4 episodes. Hopefully there's no break in between, because that would suck.
Yeah.
Right, Fong?
There is going to be a break.
Shut up.
Well,
the
I
dog
thought you
show
meant
or
break
the
for
Olympics.
us.
Well, I mean, it would just suck in general. Like, if we like, I don't, you know what I mean?
Whatever. Basically, if there's 131, we do one after like 129, and then we have the final two, and then we do whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think the way the minutes work out, it'll probably end at 1:30, and you'll just have a wrap up episode at 1:31 or whatever.
Hmm.
So I don't know how you guys want to do it. Obviously, these episodes have not been viewed by our eyeballs yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see then.
We'll figure it out in the future. Again, like this felt like a good time to like do it early because we had a lot of stuff to talk about. So who knows? Maybe like the episodes will be like maybe the next episode will be so big it needs its own episode. Who knows?
No, based on the preview, no. But
I agree.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up here then. Thank you all for listening to the 3-star Dragon Ball buddies. Until our next episode, I've been Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Bradman.
I've been Fong. Hit me up on Dragon Ball FighterZ if you want to get fucked up.
There you go.
What's your PSN?
Never mind.
See you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Josh, I suggest you click the link that Fong placed underneath I repeat, Gohan is eliminated before we begin.
Oh,
Just for me.
oh my. Oh my god. Yep.
And that's our after credits part.
Oh my. Oh.
It's a great time.
Great time. Great time, good friends.
Wow.
Let's do this.
There's a party going on right here. All right, let's go. The second I'm like, I looked at it when I first clicked it. Like, I opened a new tab. I go over to new tab, and it said like 4 minutes 18 seconds. That was the first thing I went to because I'm like, wait, how long is this? And then I look, I'm like, what? And then I look down. It says Cool in the Gang. I'm like, no way. I'm like, oh my god. I swear.